Tax season is a busy period for many tax preparers and accounting professionals. The 3.5-month period at the beginning of the year is the time when the necessary paperwork, including wage and earning statements, is collected to put together tax returns. While some individuals calculate their own tax returns, many rely on the expertise of tax preparers and accounting professionals. This is helpful due to the fact of new laws and tax regulations that are constantly being implemented, so these professionals can help you out with all the details.
You know, you pack a lot of tax returns in a short period of time, and then with the new tax package that was passed, there's a lot of changes, and so you have to keep up on the changes, make sure you're not missing anything.
Now, you should not file your taxes if you don't have all the information. You need to do so correctly. Going to a professional and having them examine your information can save you money and time. It may also allow you to learn things that you can and can't write off, especially with the new tax cuts that were implemented last year.
And it's surprising at how many changes there are. A lot of the changes weren't publicized, and mainly it was the increase in standard deduction that was publicized. But then they took away our exemptions, and they did quite a few other things. And the biggest thing I find is that they took away the travel expense for like salesmen, construction workers, people that work in the trades that travel, have to go out of town to work.
With all the new changes that have been in place, it can cause some confusion with tax returns for individuals. Although, worst thing that can happen is to rush your return, only to find out that you may have left something out that could hurt your return or even potentially cause legal issues.
And so, yeah, it works both ways. I've seen people get in trouble by taking things that they weren't supposed to, and yeah, it could lead to some legal issues.
If that is the case, you'll have to file amended return, and that can add all sorts of complications. An amended return has the potential to cause interest and penalties if you're not timely in responding to the changed circumstances. But the question is, who will be affected by these tax returns in positive and negative ways? When it comes to who is benefiting the most from tax returns, depends on the individual and the circumstances that they are in, especially since certain deductions were taken away this past year that can affect certain jobs and workers.
People with children, they're doing fairly well. Single individuals, not as well. And of course, they took a lot of deductions away from the middle class, and that's hurting the middle class right now, is when they took away a lot of the deductions, and so it's hard to say because it does depend on each situation, but overall I would say the people with children probably are going to fare the best.
Reporting in Marquette for ABC 10 and the CW5, I'm Dan Callahan.